and I'm joined by the absolutely amazing Angie, who is in the Americas and is joining me from her balcony with a lot of sunshine as opposed to us. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
Other people, I think, these difficult and uncertain times, I'm great. I'm always trying to compare myself with the medical stuff that working right now so hard. So I'm fine.
That's great to hear. And I know you had a long trip. You came all the way from home, which is in the Ukraine, to be back in the US. Just in time you made it. So what's happening from a cruise perspective? Can you give us some insights from your friends and from your own experience? What's going on?
Well, I left my job before New Year because I want to go home for as long as I want, and I want to travel in Europe, see some friends. And then I was like months at home, and all this thing happened. I was about to go to Amsterdam to see a few friends, and I was in train on the way to airport, and then the time difference between States and Ukraine, I find out about the travel ban, and I was like, oh my God, what to do if I will go to Amsterdam? I'm not gonna be able to fly to States. So I quickly decided to book the direct flight, and it was just next day, and stayed in with my friends for another day in the capital in Kiev. I was very nervous. I didn't know what to do. They said, just stay here. Like, why would you go there? I'm like, I have home. I mean, it's my second home. I live in the States. And I'm like, I was actually thinking that it's gonna be jobs. I was thinking it's gonna be a West Palm Beach boat show, because it was not really crazy as it is right now. So I was lucky, or it was fine. I came to New York. It was very weird. New York was already um, closed from, I mean, just the fact that there was no tourists there, it was so empty. Actually, it was lovely because Manhattan, you can just walk and it's just few local people. Yeah, it was a Sunday. We went to a restaurant last time, and then they closed the all restaurants. And then I flew to Florida.
So what's everyone else doing? Your crew friends, are they in hibernation, or does life go on?
Different. Some of them on a boat. Just the usual. I'm talking to different people. They said they're not allowed to leave the boat, but they have like regular work. They're working and going crazy a little bit, making different videos and putting on the cabin fever. And some people unfortunately have to leave the boat because they were like just temporary, or because the owner thinking that it's better financially for him. Friends who is land-based, it's actually very funny. In New York, they complaining that they going crazy to be at home for so long, and I'm like, you can do so many other things. Finally, read the book, watch the movie, do projects that you always want. But I realized that New Yorkers, especially, and people who works on yachts, we used to be away from normal life, like being away in a small cabin from, you still with a crew, 15, 18 crew, 20, but Atlantic crossing 2 weeks, you just with the same people and the same boat. So I'm taking it way easier than regular people.
Plus, you have a lot of creativity in you. I mean, let's go back to first the yachting side, then we'll go into creative. I think that would be neat. So you worked on some awesome yachts yourself. I love the names of some of them, like Bad Girl or Podium, MADSUMMER, Mind Games even. And they're not small yachts. They're actually quite large. So is this something that you dropped into just by chance, or did you plan this?
I was lucky. So before that, after university and few land-based jobs in hospitality, I went to work on a Carnival cruise lines in a fine dining restaurant. And then one of my friend that I met on a Carnival cruise lines, she started working um, on a big boat, Princess Mariana. It was, I think, almost 100 meters. So after a year on that boat, I was lucky, she shared with me the all information about industry, how to make CV, how it works, where to go, the websites. So, and then my very first job, I got through the same friend because she had another friend, chief stewardess, that was looking for a junior stewardess. So I've got that my very first job on a 45-meter yacht, where I worked for 2 years. I moved from junior to second stewardess, and then it was Bad Girl, where we worked for 3 years. It was great program, where I moved from second to rotational chief stew, and then it was another boat. So I was lucky.
Sounds really amazing. This has been 9 years now that you've been working in the super yacht industry, right?
Yes, yes. And actually, I want to say thank you to my friend Natalia. Her name's Natalia as well, because just because of her, I achieved so much, and I found out about this industry. So Natalia, love you. She's gonna probably see that.
That is so cute. And I know the crew community is very much connected, and there's a lot of cool stuff available for you, even if you're at sea and you come back inland. I love the cup, by the way. There's a lot of stuff going on that makes you like a family, because you're a family on board, but you're also a family when you come ashore. So there's lots of that going on.
I think through the years, I keep in touch with my favorite people, and it's more and more of them. So I'm like, oh my God, I have to write this girlfriend, this how you call, by the way, boyfriend if he's just a friend.
Right. There you go.
I don't wanna. I need to call this boyfriend this boyfriend.
Yeah.
I have so many friends. We're doing like group phone calls on Skype, on FaceTime. Some of them in shipyard in England, some of them on vacations. I think industry, besides the traveling and amazing skills, people, it's one of the greatest things, because they all from different countries. You learn so much, and I can go now in, not right now, but the doors is open for me in New Zealand, in Canada, in South Africa, everywhere. So I love my community.
That's great. And then moving on to like connecting, of course, social media is a big thing. And this is where we actually connected on Instagram as I was handling some of the work for the Super Yacht Experience and the Super Yacht Show. Unfortunately, they're not happening this year because of the epidemic. But this is how we connected, and I thought that your photos were absolutely amazing. So precise and very creative. So this is now leading on to the more creative side and your passion photography. Tell me a bit more how that started.
Way before that, I think it was just a regular hobby as anybody else who is traveling. I had just a small camera, and I will take photos of landscapes or whatever is going on around me. And then it was Black Friday. I think I decided to buy a nicer camera for a cheaper price. So I had this camera, and to be honest, it was in a box for a really long time until my boat was staying in Dominican Republic for really like 6 months. Our owners was using the boat as a house, so we been on the same place, not even moving anywhere. And we had days off on your, like, you will be just by yourself. We will go sometimes out together, but basically you just on your own. And I start using that camera because nothing else to do. It was Punta Cana with just a beach and resort. And I started going on a beach and very early morning for sunrise and taking photos. And then I just start liking what I see. And with the time, we will do crossing through Atlantic, and I will find on a boat beautiful lines of architectural lines, and how it goes together with the sky and the ocean. Like right now, I don't know, it's just slowly get better and better and better, and it starts to be for me like a game. I want to find something unusual on a boat, beautiful. And of course, interior, it's always beautiful. Interior, all this glassware and the beautiful china and the flowers that we're making. I, I, I'm enjoying it. I will play with all the setup, and when I have time, obviously, and take the photos.
When
So
everyone's sleeping.
I
You
love it. It saved me from being bored so many times. I all the time with a camera doing something, experimenting. So right now I have like interesting ideas that I want to put together and have something beautiful that I can show to people. But it's right now it's only in my head. But right now is the best time to start to do that.
That's right. So would you say now people should really embrace their creativity and passions and connect in a different way? And I suppose we don't know how long this is going to last, so this could go on for months or weeks. But do you also offer help? I don't know. How do you motivate your friends in this sphere of being creative, or even just the pep talk that it's going to be okay?
Um, I think first of all, we have to be positive. It's not even that difficult situation, but every day in your life you have to be positive. Depends on the situation. Any problems can be solved, more or less. So when you have that in your mind, you always uh, like I always know that everything will be great. I'm upset a little bit sometimes, but it makes me feel that anyhow I will be in a place where I want to be. So right now, I think people have to do as much as they can where they are and with what they have. I think it's this situation make people reevaluate a lot of things. How people will be happy to go back to the beach and see friends and go socialize. We people used to have things, and then when it's taken, you're not anymore looking at that like it's just a usual thing. It's fine, like the time, the seeing your family, to be healthy. uh, so it's a time, if you're a creative person, do the projects that you always want to do but you never had time. If you like cooking, go and cook. If you like beauty things, like for example, look at you with your makeup, it's amazing, and me with so if you're not lazy, you can use this time very useful for yourself or for somebody else.
But I think also, as you were a very much professional in the hospitality and tourism background and coming on a yacht, there's a lot of discipline involved, right? So there's no time for being lazy or sitting back. You have tasks to do. So maybe this is helpful as you for crew side, that it's easier to find yourself in a more advantageous position, right?
I think so. It depends as well on personality. We have sometimes lazy crew as well. They have to do the job, but it's all very personal. You know, I think I value my time a lot because I've been traveling, being away from home, and then you coming back, and then you have so many things that you need to do. Like I start organizing my place, and as a chief stewardess, making everything super organized, like crazy. And then I'm like, okay, now I can start organizing my photos because I have so many of them, and I already losing track where what, and I have so many amazing photos that before I will work on a boat, and I was not allowed to post in social media where we are or what we do. So a lot of amazing photos I was ordering and was not able to show. So I'll do it right now.
This is it. This is where the exciting bit comes, because you've got some amazing ideas for a project, which you won't tell us about, but we will check it out and follow you on Instagram. And remind us what your Instagram handle is.
It's a Angie Sky Joy.
Excellent.
It's a cheap name. If anybody has a great idea for my nickname, please share with me. I didn't know how to call myself, but Sky Joy, because I really love the sky, the clouds. It's I have a lot of pictures and I love skydiving, so I'm like, oh, I will be Sky Joy.
And a lot of joy coming from you, Angie. Amazing. I'm so grateful that you came on. Thank you for this. And also, I think you're like a shining light of positivity. So a very nice feel-good video here for people out there who might be feeling a little lonely and wondering what to do with
Please
them.
don't be, put the music on, do some exercises. This is what I'm gonna do right now with my.
We'll do a little video of you exercising. Get into it.
Yeah.
So great. Thanks everyone for watching this episode. Lots of love, and keep watching. More episodes coming soon. Hit like, subscribe, get into it. We are all in it together. This is Lucky
Positive.
Positive. Take care, everyone. Bye.